Hulk is angry. That's a given fact. But when you find out that the worst things that have happened to him, you'll probably understand why the House of Ideas not so jolly green giant always has his purple panties in a bunch. Let's dive right into it. Superhero deaths are a dime a dozen in mainstream superhero comics. It's basically shorthand for publishers to drum up business and boost sales for any one of their characters. They did it to Batman, they did it to Steve Rogers, and they did it to Wolverine, just to name a few. Now, Hulk is no exception to this rule, but what really makes this one of the worst things to happen to the Jade Giant is the how of it. Whereas most A-listers, or at least recognizable pop culture icons, like Superman died in the most tragic, epic ways, Marvel at one point decided to put Hulk in a body bag in one of the most head-scratching, pitiful, pathetic ways possible. He gets killed by Hawkeye. That's right, Hawkeye. The guy who shoots arrows tipped with boxing gloves and confetti managed to shoot him dead. Granted, Hawkeye actually shot Bruce Banner, but let's not be sticklers here, because Hulk and Bruce are basically the same guy. And to be completely fair, it's not like Hawkeye didn't have any help, because Bruce was the one who gave him the special arrowhead that managed to kill him and the Hulk in the first place. But still, come on. Hawkeye killing the Hulk is like finding out that Greg Land beat Jack Kirby at the Eisners for Artist of the Century. Marvel really has it in for the Hulk, and this was no less evident when the bullpen decided to literally blast him into space so that the rest of Marvel superheroes can beat the hell out of each other peacefully and have their civil war. During this especially unfortunate chapter in Hulk's history, some of the House of Ideas' most powerful and influential characters, such as Namor, Professor X, Tony Stark, and Black Bolt, formed a secret cabal called the Illuminati and conspired to shove Hulk in a spaceship and send him flying to the middle of Who Caresville because they deemed the Jade Giant to be too much of a threat. And that's it. Out of sight, out of mind. What's sad about this is how Marvel basically treated Hulk like the unwanted action figure in their toy box just so they can start the Civil War event. Because, if Hulk had been there, Iron Man and Captain America would have instantly dropped their beef and teamed up to stop the angry Green Giant. On the bright side, though, Hulk eventually found himself stranded on an alien planet called Sakaar, where he ultimately became its ruler, and he even found himself a hot alien wife while he was there. So, things were looking up for Hulk. All he needed was a change of scenery. Well, about that. At this point, you shouldn't be surprised to find out that anything good that might happen to the Hulk is just a prelude to something truly horrible being dumped on him. In this case, that same hot alien wife he got, Kara, got killed off just when old Jade Jaws thought that everything was coming up Hulk. And again, you can easily tell that Marvel hates this character so much that they didn't even kill Kara in an epic, memorable way like, say, how Peter Parker failed to save Gwen Stacy at the last second. In Hulk's case, the folks at Marvel simply decided to blow up the same ship the Illuminati threw him in, which resulted in Kara catching shrapnel and getting killed. But we're optimists here, and if it wasn't for Kara's death, we wouldn't have gotten the World War Hulk event. So everybody wins, right? Well, maybe not Hulk, but you get what we mean. Marvel has a habit of turning the dial up with their portrayal of the Hulk, and there are only a few other times when they cranked that baby harder than when they turned the Jade Giant into a good old-fashioned cannibal. That's right, guys. Marvel went from writing the Incredible Hulk as an angry big green dude to an absolute savage who has a taste for long pig. There are times throughout the publisher's history when they just hinted at Hulk's propensity towards the forbidden sweet meal, but they went all in on this concept eventually. You can find Hulk making a literal meal out of the people of New York, superhero and citizen alike, within the original Ultimate Universe, Earth 1616, where the character was pretty much written as a 100% savage beast who likes human tartar. But his most notable cannibalistic turn came during the original Old Man Logan storyline by Mark Millar and Steve McNiven, not the one by Brian Bendis and AI bro Sorrentino. In this alternate post-apocalyptic timeline, the world has become a wasteland, and Hulk has become the ruler of the US West Coast, eating any straggler or vagrant who finds themselves unfortunate enough to wander into his territory together with his gaggle of gamma-irradiated kids. Oh yeah, you heard that right. The Jade Giant has kids in this alternate future. That's because in the same Old Man Logan storyline, Hulk eventually had kids who had the same powers as him, and nearly each and every one of them has, let's just say, a few extra chromosomes in their DNA. And if that doesn't give you a clue about who gave birth to these hillbilly baby Hulks, then let's put on our incredible thinking caps to think about it for a second. Who in the Marvel Universe has the same physical capability and gamma-irradiated genes to father a child with jade jaws? The answer to that is Jen Walters, aka She-Hulk, aka gross. That's right, guys. Hulk and She-Hulk made babies in this alternate future. And last time we checked, Bruce Banner and Jennifer Walters were cousins, which explains their kids' genetic predisposition. Bring out the banjos and moonshine, Cletus. Wait, 1 second though. Don't do that, because again, freaking gross. We're going to take a good, long, hard scrub in the shower now. Got any other crappy things you can think of that happened to the Hulk? Would you date She-Hulk? We know we would, but that's because we're not related. Anyway, sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell, guys. We'll see you next time, only here at KRTV Marvel. Hulk out.